Chakira, baby girl, this is for you. I love you. Hello, everyone. Let me preface this with saying that you never know what someone else has been through or is going through. I remember after the death of my youngest son, a few days after, I was going to the mall to get something for him to wear for the services. And I noticed that no one noticed my pain. No one could see it. And my epiphany was at that point in time was that, hey, you never know what someone else is carrying around within them, what kind of pain they are living with. So the other night while watching Sean Bradley, it was Alive, and the topic was, who is really hurting the black woman? After hearing the stories of Patrice and other women, I was triggered to the point I was practically holding my breath. When it was over, for the very first time, I actually cried. Admittedly, that was something that I had needed to do years ago. The beautiful young woman on the thumbnail is one of my two goddaughters, and she's a victim of domestic violence. Look at that beautiful smile and those bright eyes. Let me tell you a little bit about her. When she was born, her mom allowed me the privilege of naming her, and I chose the name Chakira. Eventually, as she grew, she was a track star, but she would also fight if someone would mess with her. Chakira was about that life, and she had hands. She had a child, a daughter, but even though she loved the father, she decided he was living a lifestyle that she wanted to get away from. So she moved on. She met another man and fell in love, and he fell in love, and they had a son. But he got into drugs, so there were fights. In 1996, I went home to South Central LA for Christmas. And as we sat at the dining room table, knowing that my son and I had both gone to college, she asked us, "Tell me about college." When we were done telling her about college, she said, "I'm going to make something of myself." And she decided that she was going to come to the gym show and allow me to teach her how to make jewelry so she could have another revenue stream. You see, I spent a lot of time talking with her, long distance, on the phone, in person, counseling her. And it worked. Her decision to make something of herself involved taking the test to become a school bus driver and leaving the man with whom she was consistently having knockdown, drag-out fights with. But he wasn't having it. One evening in July 1997, because she wouldn't allow him to return, they fought. Another knockdown, drag-out, because she was determined to move on. He shot her in the head and killed her. She was 22 years old and had two children who were 3 and 6 years old. And fortunately, they were not at home at the time. I mean, he laid down beside her and shot himself. Domestic violence is nothing to make light of, and no one experiencing the aftermath of leaving should be ridiculed or shamed for leaving. A woman who leaves it all and has nowhere to go and has to hide, there's a reason. Battered women's shelters are unlisted for a reason. Those women are in fear of their life. I wish Chakira had run and hid. I really do. She'd be alive. Domestic violence affects family, friends, and children. We, as Chakira's family and loved ones, have never gotten over it. And again, after Sean Bradley's live, I cried for the first time. Look at the photo of Chakira again. She was beautiful. She was a mother, a daughter, a sister, a goddaughter, a friend, an auntie. And her future was bright. The day after she died, in the mail, her license to drive a school bus had been approved. She had passed the test. So she was on her way. But she was gone before she even knew that. So anyone who has ridiculed A Queen Stands Alone or Joyce Vlogs for leaving, and A Queen Stands Alone because she went to a battered woman's shelter, shame on you. Shame on you. They left for a reason. And unlike my beautiful Chakira, they are alive. If you can't support or encourage someone, then shut the fuck up, all of you. This is about lives, and there's nothing funny about it. There's nothing cute about anyone using them as fodder for their content, so-called content, because it's not content. It's gibberish. It's bullshit. Leave them alone. And as far as the topic of domestic violence, if you don't understand it, then listen and look at Chakira's photo again. She's dead. Her children grew up without their mother and had subsequent problems of their own and still do. It touched all of us. It hurt all of us. I'm proud of these women who decide they're not going to take it anymore, that they're going to leave. And if it means leaving everything behind and going somewhere where they can't be found or where they feel safe, good for them. Some women leave with children, and the children have nothing. If you want to do something, donate clothing and toys and anything like that to these battered women's shelters. Be a help and not a hurt. It's not funny. Chakira, we miss you, baby, and we love you still. And we're so sorry. And I wish that I could have told you that you should not walk away, but that you should run away. Maybe you'd still be here, baby.